Hey guys, it's Lindsay. So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions of this Cover FX foundation, and I forgot to film an intro whenever I was first doing the impression, and I just wanted to throw in a quick little information about this product that I learned from the Sephora rep that I got it from. My color is G30, and in the video you'll see that my face is a little bit paler than the rest of my body, and that's because I self-tan. And this product is apparently one of those mixing mediums. The name of it is Custom Cover Drops. 1 drop is supposed to be light coverage, 2 drops is supposed to be medium coverage, and 3 drops is supposed to be full coverage. I have it on right now. So I was talking to the girl at Sephora, and she said that this actually has 80% pure pigment in it, and it has something in the formulation called binders that allows it to work with different products like moisturizers and serums and primers. And so you can just take your regular moisturizer that you use every day and put about 3 drops of this in your moisturizer, and boom, that's your foundation. So yeah, I'm gonna quit talking. I'm gonna get to the demo now. I hope you guys enjoy. I've already pre-moisturized my face and used my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum. This is an awesome serum. I love using this during the day and night because it is lightweight and it's pretty moisturizing. So I've already placed that on my skin so far, and so I'm going to be using the Murad Skin Perfecting Lotion as my my medium to mix the Custom Cover Drops with. And so I'm going to do probably they say 3 drops is full coverage, so I'm thinking I might do about that much moisturizer, and I'm going to do 3 drops on the back of my hand. So I just did 3 drops, and that's what that looks like right there. It actually looks like whenever you mix it with the moisturizer that it tries to lighten up the actual color itself. But that's it so far. I'm gonna put some on my chin. I'm having some breakouts on my chin, which is lovely. Don't be scared. I know it looks dark on my face, but everything will blend out in the very end. And so that is everything that's on my hand almost. One side I'm going to be using a brush, and then the next side I'm going to be using my Beauty Blender sponge just to see which applies better. So this side I'm going to do the Beauty Blender sponge. I don't know if that's full coverage. It looks really natural. I would not say that's full coverage though. Maybe I need to use less moisturizer. I'm going to go in with less moisturizer and more of just the Custom Cover Drops themselves. And I'm going to see if this can be buildable on that side with the sponge. Oh yeah, it's definitely the way to go. I would definitely try this by not putting as much moisturizer as what you think you'd need, and then go in with the drops. So far, I really like it with the sponge. I think it looks very much like skin. It's not looking cakey really. It's not clinging on to any dry patches so far. I like it. And so next I'm going to be using the Flat Top Kabuki. I'm going to add just a little bit more of that concoction that I mixed up earlier. And let's see if that works better. My chin's been breaking out pretty bad, and so it looks like it might be doing really good. I think I like the sponge better on how that applies. And the Beauty Blender is one of my favorite ways to apply foundation anyway. And I just think it makes it look a little bit more seamless. Because it seems like it might be a drying product. I know the girl at Sephora told me that it had binders in it. I think I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender just to blend out that side. Yeah, I think the Beauty Blender is the best way to go if you were going to do a more fuller coverage with this. I really like it though. Now I have one little spot over here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take just strictly from the dropper itself, and I'm going to get a little, just like one little teeny drop. I'm going to dab on any spots that I see that need a little bit extra coverage and kind of use it as a concealer. So I want to see how that works. I think it did pretty good. I mean, I'm liking how it's looking so far. It's not clumping up in any areas. It's not giving me any weird texture on my skin. It's not a dewy foundation though. It is looking a little flat, so I'm definitely going to go in with a highlighter. So now I'm going to be taking my Naked Skin concealer, and I bought this at the same time that I bought the Cover FX, but I've had a chance to try this already, and I already know I'm really liking this. Like, I'm thinking it's going to replace my MAC Pro Longwear concealer, and that's a huge deal. Like, I've been wearing that stuff for probably a year straight now. This concealer works really well with this foundation too. It just looks really good. I'm just taking my MAC MSF, and I'm going to be using my powder puff and just setting that. Now, just to let you know about my skin type, I have pretty dry skin, and I normally don't blot during the day. If anything, it's because my skin becomes super dry and flaky, and I might have to retouch certain areas that have rubbed off during the day. That's my biggest issue with foundation, is how long they last to my skin, because I have such dry skin. And the coverage right now, it's looking pretty matte. I'd say I don't really have a glow going on, but I want to keep watching it for the rest of the day, see if it's oily or whatever, and I will come back and update y'all. So this is it, full face. This is with all my makeup on, and so far so good. From what I can tell, the texture, it's pretty matte on my face. I'm not seeing any type of dewy oiliness come through. I wasn't using an oil mattifier moisturizer. This is just a plain Murad Skin Perfecting Lotion. So I'm thinking that this actually might be really good for oily people. Would I say 3 drops is full coverage? It really just depends. I can see that it could be full coverage if you use a small amount of moisturizer or primer, but I don't think using like 50-50 is a good idea, because I just don't think it'll add the coverage level that some people might be expecting out of this. It could be that you can do half the moisturizer that I used and then put 3 drops into the moisturizer, but is that going to give you enough product for all over your face? It really just depends. I think that maybe using just a little bit moisturizer or just a little bit of primer. Again, I have to play with this a little bit more before I give my final thoughts, but so far, using what I have, I think it's actually a beautiful foundation. It looks the most natural out of all of my foundations that I do own. It's just a little flat for me. It might do up a little bit later. I am noticing in my forehead that I have a lot of expression lines. I do this a lot. I'm noticing that it's starting to bunch up in my forehead wrinkles, and so I don't know if this might be really good for people with premature aging on their skin. I'm going on a date night tonight, and so I will follow up after and we'll see how this wears. I did my makeup around 4, and so yeah, this is maybe an hour into wearing it, and so far no breaking up of the foundation. I'm not noticing any clinging to any dry spots yet. I do notice that my acne marks, they're still covered. I have a little bit of redness from this one trying to peek through. Bronzer and blush are looking really good right now in highlight. And so yeah, I'll follow up with you guys later. Hey guys, so it is 2:17 in the morning and I am exhausted. We just had a date night. We went to go see a movie, and the foundation is still on. The blush is still there. Contour still there. I do see some oil is peeking through the top on like my forehead. My nose is looking a little shiny, and my chin, some of the foundation has rubbed off. It's become a little bit patchy and it's gathering up on my dry spots over here. It looks like there is sort of like a natural sheen that's trying to come through, but for the most part it's stayed on pretty well, which is what I was really worried about, is if it had any longevity to it. Now I have had this foundation on for about 10 hours, and so I would say this has held up pretty well, better than most of my foundations. Most of my foundations stay around 6 to 8 hours, so I would say this has stayed on pretty good. I wouldn't say it looked cakey. It does need like a blot here in this area. It was very matte to begin with. I'm noticing some patches of the foundation have come off on my eyebrows and my nose and my chin area, and you can see some redness peeking through, and this spot over here is trying to peek through as well. I'm ready to take all this makeup off, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I give the Cover FX Custom Cover drops a thumbs up for now. I want to play with it a little bit more before I do go into saying it's, you know, an amazing foundation. It definitely has pros and cons. It's not the best foundation I've ever used. It's not the worst. I think this is actually a great product to use if you want to mix for different foundations, and if you want to go a little bit lighter on your foundations, I think this is a great like mixing medium for that. So yeah, I'm going to continue to play with it. You might hear about it in a favorites video. I will update you guys and let you know about how I feel about this foundation, but for now I'm ready to go take a shower and scrub my face because I'm exhausted. And comment below for any future video requests and give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you guys liked it. And yeah, subscribe and I'll see you guys later. Bye! This is Lindsay. So today I'm going to be doing a drugstore haul, and I really hope you guys like all the things that I picked up. It's a few new things around the drugstore.